Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're getting into a guide that's, well, pretty bold. Do the impossible. How to become extraordinary and impact the world at scale.
That's the one, by Thibaut Muris and Carrie J. Donovan. It's really pitched as a way to uh, break through those limits we often set for ourselves.
Exactly, and make a real impact. So our mission today, to pull out the absolute core nuggets from this book for you.
Right. We'll unpack its main ideas, the tools it offers, but also, touch on why it clicks for some and maybe feels a bit thin for others. It's all about shifting beliefs to drive action.
Okay, let's dive right into the heart of it.
Yeah.
The book hinges on these three meta beliefs, really foundational stuff.
Foundational is the right word.
First one, everything is possible. Second, everything is learnable.
Hmm.
And third, every problem is solvable. Just take a second to think, what if you truly bought into those? How might that change things for you?
And it's interesting why they're framed as foundational. The idea they dismantle those assumptions that hold you back. They're like the philosophical launch pad.
Right.
And then it gets practical. The book talks about 8 levers of leverage and energy. These are basically strategies to get more done. Amplify your efforts.
Like specific techniques.
Yeah, things like focused action, dedicating real, uninterrupted time to what matters most. It also pushes action plans, reflection, even affirmations. It's about making those big beliefs actionable.
Got it. So it's not just high-level thinking. There are actual steps, which
I-
seems to be one of its big strengths, right? People talk about its style.
Definitely. It's often described as really clear, very no-nonsense, concise, but still kind of,
Like a wake-up call.
yeah, a bit slap you in the face, motivating, as you put it
Okay.
earlier. The actionable steps, the questions that makes you ask yourself. There's even a workbook. It's designed for you to really soak it in.
And the feedback reflects that, doesn't it? Like 88% positive on Goodreads and Amazon. That's pretty strong.
It is strong. But, to give the full picture, there are criticisms too. We should probably touch on those.
Okay, yeah. What are people saying?
Well, while that directness works for many, some find the depth a little, well, surface level.
Meaning?
Meaning the big claims, like everything is possible, sometimes feel like they lack deeper grounding. How do you really overcome deep-seated skepticism? Or, importantly, what about real external barriers?
Like economic hurdles, systemic issues, things outside your immediate control.
Exactly. Those tend to be underexplored in the book. And some reviewers point out that other books, maybe like Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within, offer a more, let's say, structured or exhaustive system.
Okay, that makes sense. So thinking about who this book is really for.
Yeah, who's the ideal reader?
It sounds perfect if you're like a self-starter, someone looking for those mindset tools, things you can try right away, bite-sized exercises, and just that motivational clarity to get going.
I'd agree. It's excellent for that initial boost, that pragmatic shift.
So the final verdict. What's the takeaway on Do the Impossible?
Look, I'd say it's a high-energy, practical primer. It's great for expanding your mindset, pushing you towards bold action. The affirmations are crisp, the frameworks are digestible. It's a really effective first step, a potent mindset booster.
But maybe not the final destination for everyone.
Perhaps not. If you're looking for, deeper strategic frameworks or really extensive exercises, you might want to follow it up.
With something like.
Well, the Tony Robbins book we mentioned, Awaken the Giant Within, is known for its comprehensive tools, or maybe Carol Dweck's mindset that gives you a much deeper research-backed look specifically at fixed versus growth mindsets.
Right, good suggestions. So let's leave our listeners with a thought. The book says everything is learnable.
Mm-hmm.
So what's one skill or challenge you've maybe thought of as impossible that after hearing this, you feel even just a little inspired to tackle? Maybe just the very first step towards it.
Yeah, and tied to that, maybe reflect on which personal limitations you might look at differently now, based on these meta beliefs. Where could you maybe dig a bit deeper on your own journey towards, well, doing the impossible?